meeting to order at 5 o'clock. And we'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could I have a roll call, please?
Okay. Here. John.
Here.
Jan.
Here.
I'm here. Bruno.
Here.
Cheryl.
Here. Okay. Approval of the agenda. I have one item to add. 10.5.2, to add a member to that committee, and it will be an action item.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Add a member
Oh, okay.
to the committee. 10.5.2.
Oh,
I mean, 11 point?
No.
Up top, no, up at the top of the.
Oh, on the agenda.
yeah. Page 2.
I was already on to the minutes.
Stay with us here, John.
All right, I was jumping
I'll move
ahead.
this as quick as I can. I'll have to run home and wrap packages. Does anybody have any other amendments? Entertain a motion to approve the agenda
So moved,
as amended.
as amended.
Second.
I'll need to abstain if I was not here last
Okay.
meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Agenda is approved. And on to now John minutes.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any corrections, changes, amendments? Seeing none, minutes stand approved. And call to audience. Would anyone in the audience like to make any comments on our agenda items? Okay, thank you. And director's report.
Yeah, moving right on. So you have a written report. If you haven't seen the new restrooms, and then after the meeting, I think you can just go in.
John told me to use them, so I did.
What do you think?
I loved it.
It looks good. It turned out really nice. They did a good job. There's a little bit of cleaning that still needs to be done, and they've got some bits and pieces of parts.
Well, I noticed there wasn't any over one of the sinks.
Yeah, yeah, one of the faucets is broken. I think the parts came today. It was defective, the one that they sent out. It's a new one.
But other than that, it was
But
great.
other than that, I think it turned out really well. They were great to work with. They are giving us some quotes on our other 2 bathrooms just for us to know for next year's houses. So I would definitely work with them again. Another thing to mention, our new website is up and running. If you haven't taken a look at it yet, please do so. It's much simpler than our old one because of the ADA compliance rules. It's very less flashy. But it's been, Alyssa has worked really hard on making sure everything works on it and designing new pages. She designed a new 100th page for us, and it looks really good. And one more thing to note, part of the strategic plan was to re-image the processing room. The table that they had in there was way too big. In fact, that's the tabletop over there. They had hardly enough room to move around. So Kathleen ordered some tables for new tables in there. We put them together and put those in there. It was a lot better. I haven't had any complaints, so but they're happy. And then as part of my, do you want me to keep going or do you want me to stop and see if there's questions before I go into the FOL?
Oh, keep going. We can take questions after you do all that.
The page 7 is how the FOL money was spent this year. This was also shared with the FOL group this month. And we were very happy with how the money was spent. So we're already thinking of ways to spend money. And then page 8 is Alyssa put this together for us. It's the grants that were awarded in 2025 and how they were spent. So we were awarded $48,500 in grants last year. We've got our STEM kits, we've got our tutoring, we did the accessible doors on the restrooms, and then we did the music garden. So I think we made good use of those funds as well.
Congratulations.
Any questions for Laura?
I have one.
Okay.
On your second bullet point about the graphic novel source that we might get electronically, how expensive, how much expensive is it?
It was only like $600 for the year.
Wow.
It's very reasonable.
Yeah.
And people that read, so the issue with those kinds of books is they can have 72 volumes in a series or more.
Mhm.
So space shelf, or shelf space is a huge issue with graphic novels and media. So, and most of the people that read that would probably prefer to read it electronically. Kathleen is one of the ones that has been trying it out for us, and she seems to really like it, so she reads a lot of that kind of stuff. So, and to be able to read them in a sequence and not have to wait, this is another one like, not like, it's like Hoopla that you don't have to wait, but it doesn't charge per cert. It charges just a one annual fee. So they never have to wait. So they can cruise through 40 of them in a weekend if they want to. So that's, I think that's important for those readers. So I think it's probably something we'll add and see how it goes. They both seem to be pretty happy with it.
I had a question. You talked about the marketing committee and some new ideas for social media, swag, non-resident flyer. Anything that you can share with us yet, or?
Social media, some of the new ideas we're doing are the end of the year wrap. You know, some Facebook posts on what the one I saw recently was what programs were most attended for the year. And we give the patrons an opportunity to guess first and then post the numbers. So that's a new thing that we're trying. And then the book reviews, what else? History stuff for the 100th. We're going to start showing pictures of the old libraries and old staff. Previous staff. And things like that. So it's just some nice new ideas to keep it fresh. We've been watching the data and photographs get way more hits than graphics. So we're really trying to stick with the photographs and get as much thing for our buck there. So, it's great. The 100th anniversary swag, Alyssa worked with Paramount Graphics next door across the street to do those for us. So those are available now on our website. And then, the non-resident flyer is done. Anya is making it look right. She's very good at the graphic design, so we have all the information on it. We should have that available. I think our next meeting will finalize it and then it will go out. It's a really nice little flyer that when patrons come in and they say, well, I live in Groveland Township, what are my options? It shows them all of the things that they get if they paid $100 a year, which is a very long list. And then it shows them what they get if they just get a shared card to college. And it's only programs, and they can check out 30, I think. So, and that's it. If they do the purchase card, they get a lot more. They get access to our databases, to Hoopla, to our library things, all of that. So it'll be a good piece for them to have to just have to be benefit.
Do you have it available now?
I have it. It's a final draft, but I can check it if you need.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. SB reports. Anybody have anything to report?
The board training ad hoc committee, Jan,
That's on the agenda.
oh, that's on the agenda, never mind. I have nothing to report.
Okay.
I do.
John?
I attended my first FOL meeting last month. was scheduled to go in July, and then we canceled the meeting, so this was my first. Happy to report that they were able to fill all of the officer positions.
Who's the VP?
Well, Margaret is the VP, but Monica is now the secretary.
Oh, that's great.
Good.
So we had all of their officer positions filled.
And Patty's staying as treasurer.
Yes, and Tom is president.
Fabulous.
I can also give you some updates on their fundraising. That was underway at the meeting, but I have inside knowledge as to what the final numbers are. So, for our book sale, it was very disappointing. We under $200 at the book sale. So we're going to reevaluate whether we're going to do that next year.
Those are the ones wrapped in,
No,
oh,
the one we had here is the one-day sale
oh,
on
okay,
that Saturday.
okay.
Yep. The silent auction, we raised $1,172, which was, last year was $886, so almost $300 more than last year. The book bundles, which is for the, raised $405, which was, last year was $380, so both of those were up from where we were last year. The book bundles, all but one.
All but one.
It's in the bookstore.
Ah.
It's about baseball, if anyone's interested. About baseball books.
I know somebody who might be.
Well, it's been discounted, so
You.
most of them came from me. And that's all I have.
Okay. Any other?
That was the 1170.
Okay.
The fundraising. Okay.
Okay, on to finance officer,
I
John.
guess that's me in. All right, we'll start with the check register. The two things that I noted that were not your typical monthly expenses were obviously the bathroom remodel, $42,000. I think the last payment will come this month and we'll be done with that. I also had not seen the state of Michigan water fee before, but I understand that, I guess, all businesses that have wells pay a fee to the state annually.
Is that new? I don't remember seeing that before.
No, that's not new.
I get you one way or the other.
Yeah.
Any other questions, comments on the check register? All right, we will move on to the balance sheet.
That water fee is just for businesses, right?
Yes. Balance sheet, the only change is the total of checking and savings has been reduced by the $119,000 that we have in expenses for the month. Everything else remains the same. Any questions on the balance sheet? All right, and then we'll move on to the income statement. Really the only significant income is our interest on our investments, which is going very well. Expenses all appear to be in line with where we should be according to the budget. Then one large expense that is the bathroom remodel fee of $42,000. Any questions, comments? All right, can we get a motion to approve the expenses?
I move to approve the November 2025 expenses of $125,581.32. Okay.
I have lozenges, do you want them? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
And Township committee reports. Policies.
We did not meet this month. We have our new members and we'll start back up in January.
Finance, Ken. You're back again.
Other than what we've already covered, we did have further discussions about capital projects, but nothing to bring to the board yet. But hopefully in the next month or two, we'll have something for us to consider. The other update was on our ability to pay MERS, which is the retirement system, via ACH, which we've been working with the township to do, and it was successful.
Second one today from Donna. But yeah, it seems like that one's gonna work. Now we're just gonna lose the Patrick, and I'm probably gonna look at my financial. But that will be next one.
Good.
Yay.
And that's all I have.
Okay. 100th anniversary committee. Who's reporting on that?
I think I missed it, didn't I? Was I there for I don't think I was.
Maybe I better record. I met with David Fleet this morning. He is doing an article for us to kick off our 100th in this week's this Saturday's paper. So keep an eye out for that. That'll have some pictures of our old buildings and just a little article about what's going to be coming up. So Carol Echo is putting together a pamphlet to go along with the program that she's doing for us on the history of the library. That she is willing to let us make as many copies as we like, so we can pass those out at our events and wherever we want to. So it'll have the whole history of the library, with photographs and everything in it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. We are also looking at partnering with the high school graphic design class to put together our preceding banners on the history of the library that are going to go to the building and also at the historical society downtown and possibly at the village offices. I'm not sure yet. And the other point I was going to tell you about was the 100th spread, which is available on the website. So it's coming together.
Any questions? Okay. Board training committee.
Okay, our committee met, myself and John and Kay, and we came up with a list of goals. I'm going to pass it out right now. That's for you too. So these, we are not voting on these, I guess. Yeah, we're still going to meet on these. These are ideas we have. Financial review training. We've had it in the past. Cheryl's given it to us a couple times that I've been with. We're going to do it again soon, and John has agreed to lead it. So we don't have a date for that yet. You heard that? So that will be some training. Number 2, discussion, and John, again, offered to do this, led on policies related to book banning and other topics that we just as trustees need to agree on and stay alert about and have a united front. Now I can ask my question about Open Meetings Act. We had talked about the need for this to be a training session without being in the public. Is that possible? It'll be all 6
Yes.
of us. It is possible because it's training?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the plan with that one. Number 3, professional development. Trustees report to the board at least once a year, we're hoping more, on results of attending various MLA meetings, other library board meetings in the area, online meetings that we go to and report back. We would like to just push that, so it's not a requirement, but kind of. And hopefully more than once a year, although we did say once a year. Number 4, advocacy, to attend public events as a proponent for our library. such as in town, and we've been doing that. We've had various times we've been available, for instance, with the Treats and Trails recently. Kathleen and I sat one year at, I don't know what that did, Market Day in town, a couple of years ago. We were kind of recruiting new people, or possibly recruiting new people. We had a library table with other various events. I know we always have somebody, we have our events in September at Septemberfest, where the library is supporting that. But also MLA to join FOL and support FOL fundraisers. Thank you, John, for going to the FOL meeting. I think that's great. And number 5, strategic plan. Spring of 2026 to hopefully hire Shauna Quick to guide trustees on the creation of a new mission statement, vision statement, and goals for getting our next strategic plan. We, as a committee, are going to meet in February again to, pardon me?
January.
Oh, I thought we said February.
January 22nd.
Oh, did we? Oh, January. Okay, thank you.
15th.
Write that down on this.
I will, I will. To work to come up with some definite dates. John or Kay, do you have anything to add? Thank you for that.
Huh?
Well, we did good. It was a good group.
Any questions for the committee? On to Director Evaluation Committee. You have,
Oh, go ahead.
you have in front of you the questions and the ratings, and it shows a comment section, and these are just printed to make it easy for us to look at. It'll be in a slightly different format for the online survey. We have created a timeline on how we want to do the director evaluation. Laura is going to be given the survey after this meeting, and she will complete it from her standpoint before the January meeting. So that, and then we'll have all of her comments and evaluation. Then we will be given the survey after the January meeting so that we can complete our end of the survey. But I thought, we thought as a committee that it would be important to see Laura's input to remind us on what had been going on all year, what she's been working on. And I asked her to be very succinct. You know, a few bullet points, don't write out paragraphs. So don't think she's not writing a lot. I asked her to be, so that we didn't have, you know, a volume to read. And then once we complete ours in February, we will do the actual interview and evaluation. And then the committee will, after that, then create goals, and we'll look at those in March to be approved by the board. Comments, questions?
Is this the same form that was used last year? Or is
It's very
that
similar.
changed?
We did a few amendments, not much.
Okay. The one question I have is on 2D. Candidate Democrats regularly reporting to the board. I don't know if I ever remember seeing it.
Well, it would be things like, we see a lot of it on the statistics report, like how many teens attend programs or how many youth attend programs, those types of demographics.
Okay.
More having to do with the community use of the library. And the other change, which I forgot, we are only going to rate each section, not all of the questions underneath. The questions are just there to make you think about what you're evaluating. So the ratings that you see at the top will only be given to each of the numbered items. Okay?
And your comments are the most important.
Yes. Laura has nothing else to do around the holidays, so she'll be starting work. Okay, we need to approve the survey as it stands now. So I'll entertain a motion to do that.
I'll move to,
Okay.
a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. And on to the next item. We had several members that were not in attendance at our last board meeting when we created the committee. And we'd like to add one more member, Verna, as a member of the committee, so we need to have the board vote on that. So entertain a motion to add her to the committee. I can, but it has to be still approved by the board. I appoint, they have to approve.
Okay.
No dictators here.
I move that we approve, or we appoint Verna as a member of the Director Evaluation Committee.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. No communication, correct, Laura? No unfinished business. New business. Lots of pages.
I apologize, it's very long.
Strategic plan.
Yep, so this is the last of the additions to the output column, so I'll do that. There will still probably be updates, but there won't be any additional, goals. So, everything highlighted in the gray is new to this document, so it's easy to see what we've been working on. The biggest, a lot of it is just updates on programming, but the biggest updates are on page 27. There's a scholastic book fair on page 24 that we have booked and ready to go. On page 27, though, we added under the community-centric engagement, which is part of the Engage and Connect goal, some new programs that will be happening. Our new creative crafts at the Berry Farm. And spell check, kept trying to change that up. Adding a money board to keep track of business partnerships. So we do approach our businesses in the area quite often for folks and businesses, for donations, for joining us for treats and trails and that kind of thing. So the staff thought it was a good idea to keep track of those, so we're not over asking businesses. And if one business is constantly saying no, maybe we stop asking. Implementing a story time at the Abraham Ranch is another new one. And installing a temporary sign in Alpha Marina on 15th, so that will also be put in place. We also talked about a sign out at 15 to announce our 100th anniversary, so we're not sure how we're going to do both of those, but we have to talk to the village. I guess there's a sign ordinance that we have to look at and some other things. So but those were the added ideas from the staff groups this session. And then on page 32, enhancing the facility, which was under inviting and supportive. Updating the circulation desk so it's more welcome and accessible for patrons. Our current circulation desk is a little too high. It's not really ADA friendly. So the staff thought it might be a good idea to take a look at that. That's a big undertaking, and that would be simplified. So that's something we're looking at 2027 possibly for that. We're going to have quotes on that, and I think it needs to be a larger design initiative because they're going to know what it needs to be, what it needs to be, and what it needs to improve. Installing bookshelf end cap signage, that's so on the ends of all of the stacks where the books are to identify what's in that stack. fiction A to F, or, nonfiction 100 to 100, whatever. We would like to update those. The ones we have currently have the little numbers that slide in and out, and they've gotten broken and lost over the years, and we no longer have enough numbers and letters to put in there. So we do need to update those. And those are original to the building. So. Provide automatic locker holds for patrons who regularly use lockers. We have a lot of patrons that every book they put on hold, they want it in the locker. But every time they put a book on hold, they have to send us a message asking us to put it in the locker. So we are looking at Vivianics to see if it's an option to put a note on their record that says every time you put a book on hold, just put it in the locker for them. Okay. Just to streamline that. And then installing public device charging stations, that has already been done thanks to the Apple Out and the moment that they have raised. So those were put in, and there's one in the youth department, and then there's one between the adult and the water department. So I guess the youth department one has been used a few times. I haven't seen the adult ones that been used yet. But the kids haven't really been in here much since the holiday season. I can say that. I had one routine go all the way around the building, all the way to my office, asking everybody if they had a charger. So that would be good to have. And then on page 36, there was a final one added, provide on-site programming at the high school and middle school. The high school kids and middle school kids, sometimes there's a transportation issue to get here at the library after school. But we would still like to engage with them. So our self-induced teen librarians, Anna and Taylor, are looking at a plan to possibly do some lunchtime programming at the high school and at the middle school. So that is the works that I think they're going to talk to the school librarians and see if we can get something set up. So we're still working on it. We've made a lot of updates. The FOL funds have really helped us accomplish a lot of these goals this year. So that has been a really good opportunity for us. The format of this report, I think, will be different. I kept it, I kind of wanted to change it so that we just got the updates this time, but I figured since we're in the fourth quarter here, I just didn't see changing it at this point. But I think going forward, we'll work on a final report within the next couple of months, and then we're going to start doing our surveys for the next one, because the next one starts January 27th. So this is our year to get everything cleaned up and ready for it.
I liked seeing everything.
Okay.
There was a lot to go through. I mean, you could just go to the dark parts if you wanted to, but then if you read part of it, you wanted to see, oh, what happened before that it was there.
Mm-hmm.
So I like seeing the whole thing. Thanks for making all the comments. I know it was a lot of paper.
And I agree with Cheryl. And, yes, it took a lot of time, but if you don't participate in lots of different things, you forget everything that's going on. And this is, again, a way to see all of the things that are being accomplished and all of the services that are being provided. And I think the staff, they're all doing just phenomenal work. I appreciate that. So this reminds us.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
Good. Any comments?
The one note that I wrote down was I was amazed at how much has already been completed. So nice job on this for everybody. Like you said, the staff did a great job, and not a lot left to do in 2026. So that'll give us time to start working on the next one, right? And the one that jumped out at me was the currently looking for a grant for a book bank.
soon, and so I think the book plan would be a great opportunity for us to get over there and get to the senior center and do the parades and do all of those community events, so
That could be our float.
that
And
would be
we
our
all hang
goal.
out the windows.
Just light it all up and, yeah, that would be.
I told you there was one for sale at the auction. It is
We weren't
gone.
ready.
I know, it's, when it's right, it's right, but it was sold.
Yeah, oh, I'm
You
sure.
take it, yeah.
I'm sure.
Who would have thought?
Mhm.
That's all I have.
Okay. Kay, did you have any questions, comments? Jan?
I just want to say, I love the format. I was here for the last strategic plan, and I do like this so much. That's all. Thank you.
This whole plan would not have worked without the voluntary staff. I mean, they,
Oh, yeah.
if I had to do all of this on my own or just administrative team, it would have been impossible. So with all of the staff participating and getting ideas and researching things and all the work that everybody did, it's the only way to stay really
And excitement. I feel
Yeah.
there's always excitement in it.
Yeah, and there's a bit of pride in watching things
Yes.
happen.
I had a couple questions. When several of these were, and I know we have a number of programs that are for all ages. I know we can't be real specific, but do we track like what ages attend?
Mhm.
Do we have any idea? Like, you know, if there's an all-age program and it's mainly teens, then maybe we can then relate it back to what teens are looking for or whatever, I don't know.
I guess if whoever's running the program saw that, they might come to that conclusion on their own and just run. I think that's happened before.
Yeah, it's not like an official, we don't put it officially anywhere, but it's discussions we have at our next programming meeting. So if I were to run an all ages program and I noticed it was actually all teens, it would get relayed to the programming teams at the very least.
And then, I guess a very similar question is, I noticed in some of these outcomes you talk about improved use, and some of it was facilities, some of it's programs, whatever. How do you determine that?
Do you have an example of one that improved use, like more use,
Yeah.
additional, well, probably additional attendance would be, are you talking about facilities things or?
Yeah, some of it was just facility things, and I'm like, well, that's not like counting how many people came to a program or anything. So how would you, I don't know, let me see if I can find where I wrote my notes. I can find some of my notes, but not that one.
Of course. It may be.
Oh, like the children's garden picnic table.
Mm,
It said increased use was part of the outcome, and I just wonder, how did you determine that? I mean, just by observation,
Yeah.
or?
just by observation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right outside my window.
And another question I had, sorry, there was three, that was two. This was on page, I think it's 25. Yeah, on page 25. I know we've had not much progress in making teacher connections. How do we let them know about things like the tutoring, like research sources, that kind of thing? How do we let the teachers know that? Are we doing something specific that way, or?
Sure, yeah. So as far as resources, that's more like when Fran or people doing outreach go into the classrooms. That's how that information is relayed. But if it's a service or a large program like tutoring, I send emails to all the schools' administrative offices, and then they pass it on to the teachers. We did for the school year of 2024, 2025, I designed a graphic every month that went into the school's e-newsletter, which is emailed to every parent in the district. with like upcoming programs or new services, and it did not get any traction. We used like trackable QR codes so we could see who was opening it up, and it did not get used. So we did try to reach parents individually and did not have much success. So now we rely on the principals and their administrative assistants. And I know it works because a lot of our students who come for tutoring have been sent from their tutors. They have told us that, so.
Did we have a program at one time where teachers came over here and we went over some of the resources and things like that with them? I thought we did that once.
Not since I've been married.
No. Maybe it was a
It
long
was
time
an
ago.
idea that it was an idea we wanted to implement. We would go to their like staff in
Yeah.
service day and tell them about that kind of stuff and everything. But
They put
they
it down.
Yeah, and that and everything.
And the programs that Fran does, though, that doesn't hit the high school, does it?
She visits up to 5th grade classes, yeah. So anything for the high school, I email the main office or I may pass it along.
But doesn't
That's
she
just
have,
disappointing that they wouldn't.
doesn't she have a table where she signs
We
them?
do go to
The
all of the
school?
schools,
Yeah.
elementary, middle school, high school, not necessarily just Fran, different staff members go every year, but we go to their, like, back to school nights
Right.
or their orientation when they come get their lockers and stuff like that. And the schools do invite us every year, and we're sure to attend every year, so we continue to get invitations. But, yeah, I think a lot of it on their end is just time and teachers having too much to do.
Can I, do you seem to be getting resistance from the teachers to work with the library staff to, do enrichment programs or whatever?
Well, there's no way for us to ask every teacher individually, so we always have to start with the
Right.
office. And they were the ones that said that beginning of time staff in service, they barely make it through what's on their agenda and their state requirements as it is. So that is, like I said, time is their main issue, I think. But I mean, the 6th grade or 5th grade and below, we have great relationships with those teachers because those kids come here. That's just, again, not possible for middle school and adult, for high school kids to do. But if it is something like tutoring or like the CAB, Teen Advisory Board, that sort of thing, I send directly to the high school pretty frequently, every few months or so, kind of like as reminders, so.
Does Fran still do her lunchtime program at the middle school? Because that was well received, wasn't it?
So that is where that, she does not do it, but that would be part of the new, Anya and Taylor are interested in doing, and then maybe not, the schools have said that lunchtime has become very busy for students. I mean, they get 25 minutes or whatever. Yeah, it's short, so there is a possibility of maybe after school as well. Some of the kids are there anyway, maybe do stuff or that sort of thing. So they have feelers out, and it's a big 2026 goal.
And if we can get established in there, in the middle school and the high school, then maybe with the librarian or whoever it is that coordinates us, maybe they'll help us connect with the teachers a little bit better too. Sometimes you just gotta get it in there. So
Have you talked to other libraries and wondering what they're doing?
We're not the only ones with this issue. We actually have when I go to like the TLN youth and teen meetings every quarter, I would say we have a better relationship with our schools than the majority of libraries. Some libraries don't get to go in at all. So,
Okay, well, something we can talk about in the future strategic plan. No, I like all the effort you're making with the state for response.
I know. Yeah.
we haven't been enough.
Okay, any other questions on strategic plan? And on to the staff reports. Comments on the staff reports, Verna? Lots of pages to read through.
Yes. No, all of my comments are just on all of the individual programs and things that have been done, no specific questions.
And the voice. John?
Yeah, two comments, questions. First one would be for Alyssa. And I thought the tutoring seems that is extremely successful. What are the odds people get it renewed?
It will have to be grant, they'd have to get another grant, it's just, I mean, it's $12,000 a year, basically. We could pare it down, if that's something you're called the library, that's money for it. I mean, we could pare it down a little bit and make it cheaper, but the current grant I received for it was $11,000, or 11.5, basically. So it would be another grant, and I'm struggling to find grants for any projects right now with the state of the economy, unfortunately. So we're gonna have disappointed families. We had disappointed families when we had to stop 2 years ago because the grant money ran out. And it is very popular, and we have really great tutors right now too, so, that's the hard part about, I love grant money and the projects I love this too, but, they all have an end, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next comment was on this. And she warned us that this section was going to be long on professional development, but I love that detail. That was great. And Fran, the numbers that she put together for the year on attendance is just amazing. Like 19,000 when they add them up. That's amazing. Jesse, I thank him for the warning about the movie Saving Santa Claus. You never heard of it, there's a reason why. So stay away from that. And that's all I have.
Okay.
One thing I noticed, in light of conversation we've been having, I just noticed that, I'm gonna start working with the middle and high schools, team programming at the school. It's interesting. I hope that somehow we're able to do it this year.
I wanted to give a shout out to Anya too, since this is the board training goal, professional development. And here, last month we had Danny that did it for us, and this month we have Anya that's reporting back on professional development. It just amazes me. I think you put an idea out there and it just blossoms, and here it is. So, this is a good lesson to us board members. This is what we need to do too, if we haven't already, and in the future. And I need to, she warned us it's going to be long. Too bad. We learned quite a bit from what Anya had to say, and Danny's report last month was wonderful too. So thank them especially. That's what
Okay. I'm just, I looked at this before I started reading it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the book. I mean, it shows in this report, but it really shows in our strategic plan, how successful not only accomplishing it, but creating it to begin with. And all the great ideas and all of that. I mean, I'm just overwhelmed when I read all this. So thank you, congratulations to all of the staff. It's wonderful what they're doing. And we do appreciate it all. Makes our families so good. Okay, and to library statistics. Questions, comments?
and so another one too. So I like that number a lot. So the program is one of the most important things that we do. So that's a good one. That's pretty similar to last year.
It looks like the study room is getting a lot more use. I mean, it's over 100 more than what we had last year.
And a lot of that is.
And the meeting
tutoring,
room
isn't
a
it?
lot too, I think people are just becoming aware or something.
Mhm.
We do tutoring in there, so, but tutoring accounts for 4 a week. It's only counted as one session, so.
I just know I tried to book it and couldn't. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
the,
think we need another.
So that still needs to be put on our capital
Mhm.
list.
Yeah.
on my grade list, grade exit list. Like I said, it's really tough right now, so.
And the French number is good. I'm happy to see the French is being used. That
Yeah.
just keeps snowballing, so I think that was a really good service to add as well.
Well, you did a great job on getting grants last year, so we're not gonna hold you too much.
It's not your fault.
No, no, we did that.
Mhm.
Okay. Calendar review, January first on the fiscal year begins, and Kathleen and Patrick will be doing a bunch of work.
This will be our last year for our audit contract also, so.
And
Was
they-
it- did it have-
And the cost of living will start in January also for the start. Okay, and do we have any public comment? Happy holidays.
That works.
Thank you. Nothing is on hold. And our items for the next agenda, other than anything having to do with the auditor fiscal year, will be receiving Laura's responses. And then we will be doing the survey. Anything else to bring before the board? Adjourn the meeting at 5:54.